back to this channel where we spread love and positive vibes. And I want to start by thanking our new subscribers and our returning subscribers. We really value you, we appreciate you, and thanks so much for choosing this channel to watch, to like the videos, to comment down below, and even to subscribe. We appreciate it so much, and may you be blessed. Today, I wanted to look at something that I have observed over time. Guys, I hope you can remember, I think it's last year, beginning of last year, so many YouTubers went to Jamaica. We had Dimwango, who is actually currently in Jamaica. We had Odmaya and the wife, Miss Trudy. We had Sean Arwa going to Jamaica. We had African Tigress. We had some Nigerian YouTubers like Tayo. And there were so many YouTubers in Jamaica. And this is the time I, myself, came to learn about Jamaica because they gave us a lot about the country, about the people of Jamaica, about the beauty of the island, and they also told us about the culture of the people of Jamaica. And I was wondering, these YouTubers had so many countries to go to. Actually, if I take Dimwango, she could have gone to so many countries because she's a traveler. So she can choose to go to the big and famous and popular countries. And Odmaya and Miss Trudy, the same. African Tigress, the same. Shonarwa, the same. Why did they choose to go to Jamaica? Why is everybody talking about going to Jamaica? Because guys, I did an interview in our small town here in Kenya, and you could hear the young men saying that they would wish one day to go to Jamaica. And they were actually singing Jamaican music and dancing to its tone. And this taught me, or rather this has taught me, that there is something peculiar, something great, something lovable, something so good about Jamaica and its people. Because if you see somewhere people are desiring to go, people are longing to go, then that is a good place to go. The people of that country are so good. And therefore today, I wanted to look at Jamaica had a great influence, a great impact, a great popularity all over the world. Jamaica itself, I want to start by saying, and I've said it again and again, Jamaica is a small island. It has a very low population. For it to be able to attract such a large number of people to go to the island, then it means there is something very peculiar, there is something very good, there is something very inspiring in Jamaica. And therefore, I got curious to know what inspires people, what motivates people, what do people find in Jamaica. And some of the YouTubers, by the way, they go the first time and they return back to Jamaica the second time. It's like Jamaica really attracts people, and once you go there, you feel like settling there. You don't feel like going back to your country. You don't feel like associating yourself with your country again. And I'm saying this because when Dimwango arrived in Jamaica, the first time she arrived there, she had a great time. She was welcomed well. She had a very wonderful time in Jamaica. And when she was leaving Jamaica, she promised to return back to Jamaica. Do you know, guys, this is the third time Dimwango is going back to Jamaica? Can you imagine? Dimwango sometimes actually declares that she loves Jamaica and Jamaica is her second home. For somebody to declare that a country is her second home, then there must be goodness, There must be something good that she has seen in that land. And therefore, I went all out to investigate. Why is Jamaica so loved? Why is Jamaica so inspiring? Why is Jamaica so popular? Why is Jamaica talked by everybody in the world? Even the small child talks about some of the things that have originated in Jamaica. And I came across the reason why Jamaica is so popular, is so influential, is so inspiring, is so known by so many people. And I want to start by saying it was very, very great shock when we heard Dimwango says she wants to settle in Jamaica. She wants to make Jamaica her home. All of us, especially the haters camp, they were asking themselves, why is she denying her country? Dimwango did not deny Kenya. She categorically said her stay in Jamaica proved to be great, and she's not the only one. We have Irina, who has a YouTube channel by the name Jamaican Irene. Irina was from Ukraine, and she says that she was looking for a country where she can settle after traveling all over the world. She had gone to so many countries in the world. She had seen so many cultures in the world. She had seen great and mighty nations all over the world. But imagine, guys, she chose Jamaica to be her country to settle, her country to be in her whole lifetime. Don't you think this is something, or rather it is a decision that is so hard to make, and it must have been motivated by something from Jamaica. So Irina says there are reasons why she chose Jamaica, because of the climate, the food, the people, and she again comes to say there are some things that Jamaica has changed in her life. So when I actually joined all this together, she talked about the people of Jamaica are jovial, they are joyous, they are happy. She also talked about the fact that Jamaicans can never get depressed or stressed because of the kind of clothes they wear and the kind of hats they have. And because of the indomitable spirit of the Jamaican people, they have conquered, they have moved from one nation to the other. They have traveled far and wide from their nation, and they have settled in so many countries, bringing their culture, bringing their everything to those new countries. And therefore Jamaica has become popular because Jamaicans themselves move very, very far and wide. And I want to look at some of the factors that has made Jamaica to be that popular, that inspiring, that loving, that magnetic, that once a person enters Jamaica, they want to come back once again and again. And I want to start by saying there are so many things that happen in Jamaica, and the Jamaicans themselves, when they go to other countries, they introduce whatever their culture, their way of life is in the new nations. And therefore people get to know Jamaicans because of the character of the Jamaican people. Like for example, we talk about the Jamaican food, ackee and saltfish, and the jack chicken. And these foods cooked and prepared in Jamaica. When Jamaicans go to other nations, like when Jamaicans go to America, go to Canada, go to UK, come to Kenya, go to Australia, go to Spain, go to all those countries where they go, they introduce their food in those countries. Like here in Kenya, I know a Jamaican hotel. So Jamaicans don't just go and sit there and wait to be incorporated in the culture of the people they go to. They start introducing their culture, they introduce their food, they introduce their language, and no wonder Their food is known all over the world. Their language, Patois, is known all over the world. And actually, I'll put a clip when I come to that point of the Patois language, a clip of a Germany child speaking Patois language.
You see you? Putti blå klart forward.
Putti what? Where's the way up?
They're more peaceful than my grandfather and his sister. Putti forward.
Putti forward.
And my face
Ja,
does.
Wolf. Joo, jag har nog mått.
This is how Jamaicans are influential. I have told you that these people have very, very strong spirits. And wherever they go, they carry along their culture, they carry along their way of life, they carry along the type of food they eat, they carry along their music, they carry along every bit about them. And this has contributed to the great number of people that know Jamaicans and know Jamaica as a nation. The people of Jamaica do not fear or shy away from introducing their culture, their way of life to the new country they have gone. I particularly know a Jamaican here in Nairobi, and he's very, very busy advertising the real estate, advertising their culture through the hotel and the food they prepare in that hotel. And he actually makes parties. You know, Jamaicans are very good at parties and festivals. And that guy, I usually watch him, and he talks about there is a festival, there is a party in this and this date. He's very, very good at organizing the events that are related to the Caribbeans and the people of Jamaica. That is how influential Jamaicans can be. I cannot imagine a Kenyan going maybe to Canada and introducing the type of food we eat here. Although I could see when I was doing my research on this, I saw that most of the Jamaicans, they actually like moving to where there is green pastures. And the Kikuyu community, to where I belong, we also love moving and actually working hard and trying to make ends meet where we go. Actually, the Kikuyu community is the only community in Kenya which is found all over the country, and when you go to the neighboring countries, you'll find them there. And this happens also to the people of Jamaica. And that means as they go to the countries they go, they actually introduce their way of life, they introduce the kind of food they eat, they introduce their music, they introduce their language. And I'm going to take one at a time the great influence that the Jamaicans have in the world. First of all, I've talked about the food, and I've said that everywhere in the world you will find Jamaican hotels. There are Jamaican hotels here in Kenya, like I have said earlier. There are Jamaican hotels in Canada, in USA, United States of America. There are Jamaican hotels in Saudi Arabia. I got shocked, guys, because I could not imagine that there is a Jamaican hotel in Saudi Arabia. That is how aggressive, how hardworking Jamaicans can be. They do not shy away from introducing their culture, their heritage, their everything. They do not shy away from work. They are very, very hardworking people. So these hotels, they tell the people about the kind of food Jamaicans eat. And I've told you, in the whole world, you go and find these hotels. And at one time, I shot a video about the immigrants of Jamaica that went to Canada. And when they arrived in Canada, they actually introduced the Jamaican party. And the government of that country, which is Canada actually, started fighting against the Jamaican party because they had their own hamburger that was similar to Jamaican party, but their hamburger did not have meat, while the Jamaican party had beef. And therefore, they started like stopping the Jamaican people from preparing this Jamaican party. And the Jamaicans could not keep quiet. As strong as they are, as they just went to the streets and demonstrated. And the government of Canada had to sit down and listen to Jamaicans and actually allow the Jamaican party to be prepared and to be called the Jamaican party, because they had an issue about whether it should be called Jamaican party or what it should be called. And therefore they agreed that it will continue to be called Jamaican party, and it is going to continue being prepared the way the Jamaicans were preparing it, because they claimed this is our heritage, this is our culture, and we cannot change our heritage and our culture. Can you imagine? You know, sometimes I love the people of Jamaica and the way they can stand on their own and refuse anything that will bring them down or their culture down. The other thing that has actually spread all over the world, and it is started in Jamaica, is the Jamaican Patois, the language spoken by the Jamaican people. Remember that Patois is actually a corrupt English that was actually being spoken by the slaves that were taken from West Africa to Jamaica. And because they could not communicate in English, they started corrupting English and actually adding some of their native language, and therefore there came the Patois language. The Patois language is actually known all over the world. And I promised you that I'm going to actually put a clip of a Germany young girl speaking Patois. Patois is practiced even here in Kenya. I'm sure you saw that video. I was interviewing young men in Kenya. They were actually trying to speak Patois. It is a language that is desired, that actually is loved by very many people, and they would want to speak it. We also see Patois being spoken in Panama Island. Remember that in history, the people of Jamaica were taken to build the Panama Canal. And some of them never went back to Jamaica. They settled in Panama and Costa Rica. And actually there are so many Jamaicans in Panama, in Costa Rica, in all those islands. And because of the many people, Patois is the language spoken in Panama and Puerto Rico. People know this language, and yet they actually rent it from the Jamaican people that went to work in Panama Canal. These people also, the Panamanians, I don't know whether they are called the Panamanians, the people of Panama and Costa Rica, also are very good in reggae music. That is another thing that has made Jamaicans to be known. The reggae music is a kind of music that is played all over the world, and I think I've talked about it. So in the Panama Island and Costa Rica, they actually sing the reggae music. It's actually very influential in those countries, and not just there. Even here in Kenya, every Friday there is a reggae night. Reggae night where people sing the reggae music, enjoy the reggae music, feel the reggae music. So it's not just something that is done in one country, it is something practiced all over the world. I talked about this guy who went to the Prince Charles, and actually was asked, why do you love reggae so much? And he actually introduced, he answered Prince Charles, and Prince Charles told him, I also love reggae music. Reggae music is loved by the small and the mighty. All over the world, it is danced, it is sung, it is loved all over the world. There is no country that you can go and find the reggae music not being played. The reggae colors are also all over the world. You can see how a small island with just the right minds, the right people, and the hardworking attitude can actually bring a lot of influence all over the world. So the reggae music has become the talk of the town. It has become the music for everyone. It has become the enjoyment for everyone. It has become the smile of many. So Jamaica has really caused a lot of influence in terms of language, in terms of music, in terms of the type of food they eat. That is how unique the people of Jamaica are. And not only that, remember, Jamaica have the best coffee in the whole world. Tourists go to Jamaica to actually have a sip, a taste of the Jamaican coffee that is grown in the Blue Mountains. It is actually the best coffee in the whole world. And when we talk about the best coffee in the whole world, it means every other coffee is actually below the Jamaican coffee. And people want to travel far and wide to come to Jamaica and have a taste of its coffee. Not forgetting the lamb, the alcohol brewed in Jamaica. It is actually wild cress, the first, the best lamb in the whole world. So you can see a lot of influence. Though Jamaica is a small island, though Jamaicans are just a small population, but they are known all over the world. They have caused a salute, people to salute them because of their hard work, because of their good nature, because of their characteristics. And everybody wants to visit Jamaica. Everybody admires Jamaica. I have heard the YouTubers I mentioned saying they have never seen welcoming people, good-hearted people, great people like the people of Jamaica. And that means, because it's not just one person, it's many people that go there. I have heard it from that Nigerian YouTuber Tayo. I've heard it from Dimwango. I've heard it from African Tigress. I've heard it from the Mayas, or word Mayas. And that means this is a great ride. I have also heard it from the YouTubers that are outside Jamaica that come and settle in Jamaica, and some of the people that come to shoot videos in Jamaica. Jamaicans are great people. They respect other people. They welcome other people. And this spirit has really made people to actually, after leaving Jamaica, to go and talk about the great people of Jamaica. When Dimwango left Jamaica the first time, she came and told people how great Jamaicans were. And we can see there are so many people that wants to go to Jamaica because of Dimwango, because of Shonagwa, because of the Mayas. Because when you are told the goodness of a nation, you just want to go and feel and experience the goodness of this nation. And that is what has become of Jamaica. People have gone outside there and talked about the great people, talked about the hospitality of the Jamaican people, the great welcome they give people, and everybody wants to go to Jamaica. So their characteristic has contributed a lot to spread their positive vibes, to spread how great they are, to spread and to be known all over the world. So you can see that when you practice good nature, when you practice positive vibes, when you practice goodness, goodness comes back to you. And that is what Jamaicans have done. They are good to a few people, but we have come to learn about them and appreciate them and even love them. This is the power of love, the power of embracing others, the power of actually getting ready to help others. That makes people to value you, to appreciate you, to love you, and to talk about you all the times. And that is why we have so many YouTubers talking about Jamaica, because they have shown great character, great influence, great might, and the hardworking nature of the people of Jamaica. You know, Jamaicans are not just people who just sit in the island and actually wait for other people to come and know them. They go outside there and proclaim about their nation, tell people about their land, tell people about their culture, tell people about their heritage, tell people about their history, tell people everything. How many of us can go to other nations and talk about our country? And this has actually marketed Jamaica in a very, very high way. People want to hear and to see Jamaica because of the way the Jamaicans have stood to tell people about their nation, about their country. We talked about the great men that have brought a lot of influence in the world. They are from Jamaica, and they go everywhere they go and shout on top of their voices that they are from Jamaica. And because of the indomitable spirit of Jamaican people, they hold great positions in the world. And these influential positions have made us and the other lands they go to settle to know Jamaica in a very, very special way. So the people of Arad can actually contribute a lot to people knowing that land, to people appreciating the culture and the heritage of that land, to people being inspired by the land, because the Jamaicans have really marketed their country outside Jamaica. Not even that, the Jamaicans themselves are very, very good, like I had said, of going to other countries. And like I had said earlier, they take with them their culture, they take with them their music, they take with them their language, they take with them their food. And people have come to embrace and love Jamaicans, and they have become so popular that a small child here in Kenya will talk about reggae music, will talk about Bob Marley, will talk about everything about Jamaica. And actually, when I was actually interviewing these young men, they talked about the musicians in Jamaica, because they have made a great impact in the whole world. Not forgetting in the field of athletics and sports. Jamaica has a voice to say when it comes to athletics and the field events, and no one can be able to silence them. No one can be able to shut them up, because they have set a mark high there, and no one has actually attempted to reach there, and the whole world is looking upon them so that they can see who is going to break that record. And that is how a country gains influence, a country gains power, a country gains popularity, a country gets to be known. Because when you do something extraordinary that is not done by people each and every day, people want to know, who are these? Where do they come from? What do they believe in? What is their culture? What is their heritage? What do they do? All those questions come with success. And Jamaicans have had a piece of cake when it comes to success. They have been successful in the field and track events. They have been successful in the beauty parlor. They have been successful in music industry. They have been successful in intellectual, the brain, the mind, the education. They have also been very, very in the front line in their creativity, their artwork. And don't forget, they are also very, very influential in other areas. And that has made, all that combined together, has made Jamaicans very popular, very influential, very, very, to have a great say in the whole world. Remember that Jamaicans were the only ones that were involved when there were talks about independence in some countries. They were allowed to air their views. They were allowed to highlight what they feel about that. Do you know that is a great respect, sitting with who is who in the whole world, and a small country is recent its view. That is how Jamaican is popular, and it's very, very inspiring, and it's very influential. So today I wanted just to talk about how great, how influential, how inspiring, how loving Jamaicans are.